Hello and welcome to Good Brews, Bad Views, the podcast that asks if great beer makes bad movies any better. I'm your host, Max Nestorowicz, and as always, joined by my co-host, one James Thorpe.
Hello.
One Ryan Everart.
Happy delicious beer.
And one first-time guest on the show, Dujuan.
Hello.
Hey, buddy. Welcome.
Welcome to the show. So, if this is your first time listening to the podcast, welcome. How this is going to work is we are going to watch a bad movie. In today's instance, it is Deep Blue Sea. And we're going to record sort of a audio commentary track here, make some jokes, make some observations, and just talk about this movie while enjoying some tasty beer.
Mm-hmm.
But before we get to that, we have a number of questions we like to ask our first-time guests.
Yeah, we start with the floggings immediately.
Oh, okay.
Exactly. I'm really scared. Should I be scared?
Yeah.
Okay. So, Dujuan, what is the first movie you can recall seeing in theaters?
The first movie I recall seeing in theaters was Bebe's Kids. We don't die, we multiply. I guess one of the taglines of the movie. It was a cartoon. It was great.
Cool. And all movies can't be good. So, what was the first bad movie you can remember seeing?
Moulin Rouge. I was watching it and it was just... I like musicals. You know, I like movies with music and singing and dancing. And it was something about it that I watched 15 minutes into the movie and I fell asleep. So if you ever want a good sleeping pill, go ahead and watch Moulin Rouge. That'll really help you out.
Well, I'm out of Benadryl and alcohol. How about keep Moulin Rouge in my medicine cabinet?
Yeah, definitely. You'll fall asleep like quick.
Yep.
0 to
Hey,
60.
Ryan.
Hey, James. Stop it with the Moulin Rouge. Oh, God. No more blue jokes.
No more blue jokes. And that's going to go on to our Good Brews, Bad Views drinking game. Whenever James makes a blue pun,
Yeah.
just take a drink.
And we drive a railroad spike into his shins.
Yep. Okay. So, last but certainly not least, Dujuan, what is the beer or style of beer that showed to you there was more than just Bud Light, Miller, and all that to beer?
I like hybrids, so something like more of a. It was called an Abbey Ale, which was a mix between, I believe it was an Amber Ale and an IPA or something like that. And that was I don't know the exact brand, but if you go to something like a brand, it was Blue Moon first to get me in there, and then actually had Bell's Soft Parade or a short Soft Parade.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Soft
okay.
Parade
Yeah.
is my favorite.
Soft
I'm like
Parade's
it's like beer and wine. It's great.
Yeah.
So, one of our another frequent guest's wife enjoys the Soft Parade Shandy that is out. Have you had that, Dujuan?
They have a Soft Parade Shandy. No, I didn't know this.
Yeah,
I
that's,
want
new
Good
parts.
work,
for
James.
this-
He's
new for
already
this
halfway
year.
up the stairs going to the store.
I want parts. I want full parts.
Right.
Yeah. So that short Soft Parade Soft Parade Shandy is definitely a something new for the summer. But Soft Parade, it has been a very big intro beer for a lot of people I know who aren't particularly fond of beer.
It's a
But
good fruit ale to enter into.
yeah,
It's very
Yeah.
good.
Oh,
And it's
that's
got punch
fruit
to
ale.
it. You were saying
Yeah.
you're the ABV
that's
guy.
like
Yeah,
nine.
I
It's like a
am definitely the
9% beer.
ABV.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That'll get you messed up.
Yep, for
Yes.
sure.
Just a couple, and I'm good. I'm ready to go. Ready to party.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. So, as mentioned before, this episode's movie is 1998's movie, Deep Blue Sea.
20 years old.
20 years old. Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
I know.
Oh boy.
How does it hold up?
That's the question we're gonna
That's
find out today.
Question.
This movie is available to watch on Netflix, which is where we're watching it today.
Yes.
So we're about 10 seconds in to the opening of the movie. The WB logo is just kind of splooshing around in the water.
Sploosh. I like that word.
Yeah.
It's fun.
So, this podcast is designed to be watched alongside the movie. You're going to get the best experience out of this the next hour and 45 minutes if you do. But if you can't, that's okay too. But if you are watching along, hit play
Now. All right, here we go.
So,
Hey, do you guys think this movie takes place near water?
yeah.
Yeah.
What hints did you have?
blue lighting.
Yeah.
Blue. Yes.
Yeah. This is a Zack Snyder got a hold of this.
Oh, say,
Oh,
remember
Blue and
the
Black?
DC movie?
Yeah. This is the second 90s or like Little Nicky was what, early 2000s?
Look at how
2001.
bad that is,
Yes.
though.
Yeah. So this
It
is
really
the second
is.
credit sequence we've seen opening with goofy effects at the beginning of the movie.
Yeah, man. If you're gonna,
That's not really a thing anymore.
don't open with such crap.
No.
Ugh.
Yep. And here we have an abandoned Waterworld ship. What was that? What was the main character of the Waterworld called?
It's a catamaran.
No. Yeah, no, it was a catamaran, but he was called like the Submariner. No, the Mariner. That was his name.
The Submariner.
Namor.
Namor, yeah.
I'd watch a movie about Namor.
The shirtless cut guy in the little green Speedo.
Yep.
This was 1998.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can tell.
Yeah.
Especially with the music playing in the background.
Except
I'm like,
Except for this girl in the orange bikini. She's got a bikini straight out of 1987.
It's basic enough. It's
No.
Yeah.
It's the bottom.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, just the tie on the one side?
And the huge, like, high-hipped bikini. That is...
oh, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, the high hip give it
We
away.
did not know that James was such a connoisseur of women's bikini bottoms.
Bikini bottoms.
Oh, it's like blood.
Blood.
We're going to get that shark drunk.
Yes, turn up.
Douche. So basically, the shark's an alcoholic. Is that why it's attracted to this?
Yeah.
I
Or
think
is the
so.
movie wanting us to believe that sharks just go after red stuff?
I think that's
Sharks
probably
only
Maybe
see
they're
color.
bull sharks.
So, speaking of booze and getting drunk, so we are drinking... Ooh, scary.
Spooky.
We are drinking Raised Grain Brewing's Black Walnut Belgian Imperial Stout, which just won a silver medal at the 2018 World Beer Cup for the American Style Imperial Stout category.
Good job, guys.
And
Yeah,
in
congrats.
2016,
Nice.
they won the bronze medal in the same category. So they're moving on up.
So in 2020, they win gold then.
That is probably their plan. We've had Raised Grain on the podcast before. Steve Cuff brought us this the first time he was on, and we've had it in this basement for like a year now.
Oh, Jesus.
I did
Fucking
not catch that.
Douchebag headbutt.
Yeah, that was a
Dude.
class act headbutt.
Man, bros have thick skulls. That probably killed her.
The shark does not
No,
like
she's-
those smooth
she's still
sounds of the
on it.
90s.
Yeah. Time to one that guy's name is Braden or Bryce.
Yeah.
Or Todd.
Probably Todd. My money's on Todd.
Chad.
Yeah, he's
Trevor.
definitely a bro.
Bro.
He's
I
definitely
do
a
like
bro.
this guy because they're pulling the rope and the rope's just...
That's actually,
Terrifying.
yeah, it is.
So this is one of the first things that I noticed about this movie. Watching it again, the shark effect, the digital shark effects, the textures didn't age well in some cases. However, I think the animation aged really well.
Yeah.
I think they
Yeah.
move really, really smoothly.
I'd agree with that.
Yeah, I can say that they look terrifying as sharks. Pretty much, and even though this really sometimes screams like made for TV movie,
Right.
and this was actually released in theaters.
Yep,
you,
yep.
you know, that's what's silly about it.
I think you and I went to this together, right?
Yep, probably.
Yep.
Drink.
Right, yep.
Awesome.
GBBV bingo once again.
So going briefly to this beer, this Black Walnut is a Belgian Imperial Stout, so it's got kind of that, Belgian yeast, kind of gives it that banana clovey kind of thing to it. And what do you guys think of this nice beer?
I love it, actually. I think this is really, really good.
It's really good. It's
Yeah.
different. You
Very
know,
smooth.
I love to try new things, and yeah, this is definitely.
And surprisingly, this is a 10% ABV beer, but it does not drink like that. You
No.
don't have that
No.
that warmth to it on the end.
No.
The walnut character in this is great.
Yeah, I was gonna say that.
It's just like, oh, that's walnut.
that's walnut. It's
Walnut.
really walnutty.
I have a theory about this scene right now, in that silent McWhitey there is just a puppet, and Sam Jackson has his arm like through his spine. He doesn't say a word the whole
Yeah,
time.
that
Big
works.
board member.
He's doing the fucking cop gag from Killer Clowns, where
Yeah.
they were
Oh,
using the
gosh.
cop as a puppet.
I'm trying to figure out what that picture is behind all of this.
It's just a close up of someone looking at a pan flute. I don't know.
Like I don't know. It's eggs. Are those eggs?
Y'all like eggs?
So what's her face?
What is it?
I think they're eggs. I think they're
Susan?
eggs with little dinosaurs coming out, or crocodiles, because those are real things. Not the dinosaurs.
Dinodiles.
Dinodiles.
Crocosaurs.
So Susan
That might
asks,
actually be a movie.
what would you
They
do if
are.
you?
Yeah.
Oh wow, you're right.
Whoa, you're right.
Photos of John Hammond. Susan asked, "What would you do if you could cure a drug with a pill?" The appropriate, pharmatech response is, "We'd make it a maintenance drug and make a killing."
Yeah, exactly.
Or you make Viagra.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shark Agra? I don't know.
Shark Agra. Yeah, that'll work.
Sam Jackson is easily one of the most interesting characters in this movie.
He's
I guess
great.
Easily.
unsurprisingly.
Yeah. So fun fact about Sam Jackson in this role in this movie, he was originally envisioned to play Preacher, the cook, but his agent was like, you're not doing that to Sam Jackson.
Okay.
So the director's like, okay, I'll make up this big business executive role for him, which he sells well.
Oh, he's
He
great.
does.
At this.
He
Great
sells
at
it
this.
really well.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I really like him here.
I couldn't see him as a cook. That is too beneath him.
Yeah.
Even at that point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The acting in this overall isn't bad.
Honestly,
There's one of the. Sorry, Ryan.
No, it's cool.
There's one that I don't like. It's the.
My grab report.
excuse me.
No, he's okay. It's just because he's so ridiculous. It's the other female scientist.
Oh, fucking Blondie.
Jackie McKenzie.
Yeah.
Jan.
Yeah.
Jan.
Just because the way her lines get delivered, I don't know if it's in post mix or something like that. It sounds like they were added later.
Overall, this movie is ADR'd terribly. Like, really keep an eye on it. It's really nasty. I am kind of surprised I didn't remember this from the first time watching it, but I think very much that Tom Jane is one of the weakest points in this movie.
I think Tom Jane looks like Paul Walker through this whole movie.
He does.
Yeah.
It's the blonde hair.
This looks great.
Yeah. Oh, this looks wonderful. I don't know how many practical effects they used in this movie, but the times where they pop up, they're really good. Actually,
Yeah. This movie's like 50% Jaws references.
yeah.
They're saying, hey.
So that shark that they're dropping in there, I'm assuming is supposed to be a tiger shark because
Yes.
but that's not what tiger sharks are shaped like. That's shaped like a great white.
Yes.
Yeah. I noticed that too.
So because tiger sharks have a much blunter nose.
Does anyone know the movie he's referencing?
Fantasy Island.
That's Fantasy
with,
Island, yeah.
Javier Bardem.
Tonto, the little person.
Yeah, he was in also in Man the Golden Gun as Knick-Knack.
I figured one of you nerds would know it.
Which
Lock clicks.
that's another one of those, as we were talking about last episode or a couple episodes ago, about shows that aren't really on TV. Like how Lost in Space wasn't ever really re-aired. Like Fantasy Island, I think was on TV Land for some time, but it didn't get a lot of replay like some of those other classic half-hour sitcoms got. So
I like the total absurdity of what's about to happen here.
Oh yeah, this is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yep. It is needlessly intense.
Right.
Needlessly.
Again, that looks good. The shark looks
Yeah.
good in these scenes.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
That does not look good.
no, that's
Right.
again the
And then he's like,
the
"Whoa,
textures look really bad.
gotcha."
So this scene is the one. I understand this is a killer shark movie, right?
Yeah.
Like we all know this is
Yes.
a killer shark movie going in. So one, killer shark movies have done a horrible disservice to sharks in general,
True.
right?
Right. Steven
Yes.
Spielberg has expressed a lot of regret for the success of Jaws.
Yeah,
right?
in fact, Steven Spielberg and Peter Benchley have both said that they would have rather never written and never produced Jaws than to see what's happened to
Really?
sharks across the world. Yes.
Because that was like
Yeah.
the first blockbuster.
Yeah. So to go to the point that I was going to hit there, I understand that like the Gen 1 and the Gen 2 are going to be these like horrible, nasty, evil shark creatures, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I don't like that shark immediately tries to eat him.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
like it falls again into the tropes of a shark movie, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We already
Yes.
have evil sharks that we're going to run into later.
Yes. So, but this is a kind of interesting thing is there aren't a lot of shark movies. There, other than this and the Jaws movies, there no like. If
You mean
look at it-
mainstream wise?
Mainstream wise,
Well, okay.
Yeah,
so
they aren't.
if you're 1998, what other shark movies are there besides Jaws that aren't like nowadays, like, oh, you have all the Sharknado movies and all of like the Sharktopus versus Mega Croc or whatever.
Yeah,
But like
Open water.
they're like they're
Yeah,
a rather like unexhausted like genre of like monster kind of movies. I would say.
Dujuan, did you just mention Open Water?
Open water was like
Yeah, I actually kind of like that movie.
I'm not familiar with
It's
that.
really that movie is very scary in its own ways, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it didn't take like a minimalist type of approach,
Yeah.
Right.
where it was just them two in the water.
Well, yeah, it's based on a true story.
Yeah, exactly.
I love that shot.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's good.
Good. Just
Suggestion.
suggestion of the scale.
Right.
Yep.
But like there's that new movie coming out, Meg.
Yeah.
Which is about
with Jason
Megalodon,
Statham?
Yeah.
prehistoric shark, and it's like there hasn't been like a legit like it's a big shark movie in a
Right.
long time.
Yeah, I can see that.
Actually, there was one I bought it because it was cheap that I haven't watched yet. The Shallows with Blake Lively
Yes.
is actually supposed to be decent.
Yep. That was but from like a giant stupid.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Also, just a moment ago, why would if you're trying to help like suck money out of Sam Jackson, why would one of the first things you say to him be like, "Yeah, check out these fucking gliding monsters under the fucking water"?
I do like that line though. A world of gliding.
It's a great
Yeah.
line. It's just
Yeah.
that's not the place for it.
No. It's a trailer moment.
Yeah, for sure.
This is a good joke.
Yeah.
Pissing into the wind. Yep.
Yep.
Pissing in the wind.
That's
Stellan
David.
Skarsgård. So this movie is filled with people who've already been on this podcast.
Right.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Stellan Skarsgård was in King Arthur.
Right.
Thomas James is in something else we've done, I think. Maybe I'm just pretending.
I don't
not.
think Tom
Okay,
Jane has
I
been
think
in
so.
anything.
Maybe I just thought about Punisher very, very hard.
That's fine. Rappaport. Skaggs.
Yeah.
Blah, blah, blah. This movie to me is a good example of you have a comic relief just character, right? For most of this movie, it's just him. Like,
Yeah.
most of the time. I mean, you've got some good preacher stuff, but the comedy is localized to this character for the most part. Like, it seems like a lot of the movies nowadays, it gets at least a bit better of a spread amongst,
Yeah. People
the
tell
players.
jokes.
Yeah. I love the implication of this, the fences.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that they jumped the fence.
Yes. Yep.
Also, what does the fucking tensile strength have to do with the height? I don't know.
I don't know.
If the tensile strength of the fence is low, it could droop down.
I
into
guess
the
it could
water.
droop a couple centimeters. But I don't
Well, that's
know.
why it's like give or take a centimeter. Like
Yeah.
everything, like they ask Rappaport to explain a bunch of stuff throughout the movie, and he gets needlessly complex to very simple questions. Like,
Right.
how high is the fence?
Yep.
8 feet. You
Yeah,
don't need
that's
to calculate
just-
the tensile strength of your titanium, whatever.
Mhm.
Right.
Fucking nerds.
I do like that he's mechanically brilliant. He's clearly the guy who's kind of running things.
Yeah,
from that
he's
perspective.
the engineer of the
He-
place. Or
yeah, he's
whatever.
not just around to be stupid.
Yeah,
That's Thomas James.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah.
He's the muscle.
and to be angry.
Yeah.
So you're filled with you have a building full of nerds when the engineer is the guy who's the jokester.
Yeah.
Ugh,
That's
yeah.
Hey,
kind of sad.
hey, I resent that remark.
Yeah.
I'm funny, damn it. Oh, we have two engineers on this show.
Yeah.
You get
I was
my,
almost gonna let you run with that to see where it went.
Oh God, the
Oh.
iOmega zip drive. You guys
Yeah.
remember that? That was
Zip drive.
popular for 3 weeks.
you get my point
Right.
on that though.
Yeah, I do.
Just like the Zune.
Look at these graphics.
Yeah. She hit the zoom key followed by the enhance key.
See, this is the part where we need to get all. We need to release the.
The Kraken?
The
It's an ocean movie.
The
we
Kraken.
need to release the balls from inside of the shark's head.
Oh yeah. Brain balls.
Yep.
Bzz.
What was that Sega Genesis game, wasn't it, where you just played characters made of floating balls?
Balls. Yeah, it was called Balls. Balls 3D.
Balls 3D.
You could play as a monkey, and I remember one of his attacks, if you pressed away 3 times, he farted.
What?
Yeah.
Well, this is the actual thing.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It was a Genesis game, yeah.
So
And I had Genesis. How
Yeah.
did I miss that?
How did you miss that? I'm disappointed in you.
I'm
Let me just
disappointed
hang
in
out with this
myself.
guy who clearly hates me.
Yeah, actually, this is one of the more interesting just tensions in this movie is between these two.
Yeah.
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 I like that.
Okay. Sorry.
No, that's cool. I like that Tom Jane calls Sam Jackson out here.
Yeah.
It's a nice little subtle setup that Sam Jackson knows what this guy's deal is,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
rather than being like, "Oh, didn't you hear? He was secretly a
Right.
smuggler guy." Blah 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 blah. Spoilers: Thomas Jane's an ex-smuggler on parole
Yeah.
with a very extensive tool, many drawers,
Yeah.
many drawers.
The land of many drawers. Excuse me. Gonna be a lot of me coughing. I apologize.
So presumably there, he served time in Leavenworth because he was smuggling while under military service.
Maybe, yeah. I don't know where Leavenworth.
Fort Leavenworth. It's the military prison.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
Ha! Water jokes.
Yeah, more water jokes.
You guys aren't the Flintstones. Get out of here.
Ah.
Fucking rock jokes.
So we've had rock jokes. Now we've had water jokes. Are we going to have air jokes and fire jokes?
Yep, we have to.
Probably.
So a moment ago, the model that she's playing with is, well, hold on, I'm gonna pause that. I completely forgot that LL Cool J was in this movie until he showed up.
LL Cool J.
I-
Ladies love Cool James.
Right. I mean, come on, look at the guy, for Christ's sake.
I like LL Cool J a whole lot.
Yeah.
I love him. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
he's
No.
great in this.
Yeah, he's great.
Full disclosure, I did not forget that he was in this movie. When this movie came out, he had a music video for the song for this
At
movie.
the end of the movie.
And I had a VCR in my room, and I sat in a chair in front of MTV until it came on so I could record the song.
Yes.
Yeah.
Awesome.
The 90s were an interesting time.
Yeah,
they were.
You had, your rapper, your R&B song with the movie playing over the end credits. Wild Wild West.
Yeah.
Men in
Yep.
Black.
Yes.
This movie.
The
Men in
Batman.
Black 2.
Godzilla with Diddy.
That is
Oh.
another one that I got the soundtrack to. Yeah, the Jimmy
Oh,
Page
boy.
and Puff Daddy song. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Played the shit out of that. Actually, that part sounds great.
Yeah, that was pretty good. He actually performed it at, I think it was the Grammys or something.
That seems likely.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty likely that he did.
Mhm.
It was one of the award ceremonies.
So what's the point of having him in the water to observe things here if no one listens to him?
That's a good question. I'm not going to try to make the movie make sense.
What's the point of having him in the water? Period. Oh,
Hey, Tom Jane.
Oh.
Is shit still fucked up down there? Yep. All right, good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oof.
Ugh.
yeah.
These don't look great.
No,
No.
that wasn't
Yeah,
great.
that.
I like
looks
the
good.
blood effect of it just being like black clouds and how it blotted out the
Mhm.
camera there in that shot.
Yeah.
This is actually a good setup, though.
Yes, it is. So another good setup is that model that she has, because you don't think of that coming in later, and it does come into effect later. That said, that model is ridiculous because if she's trying to practice, that thing is like 10 times smaller than it's supposed
Yes.
to be.
Yeah. I thought it was like a test model or something. I didn't
Oh,
know
yeah,
that was
it's-
actual
it's-
real. It was supposed to be a real shark. I didn't know that. Like I the way it looked when I saw it, I'm thinking.
I think it is supposed to just be like
It's supposed to be a
practice.
It's
dummy.
plastic, yeah.
Yeah, it's for
Yeah.
practice, but like she's still using the same size needle that she's going to use at a later time on a shark that is way smaller. So like she's operating on it, and her like arms are above her head. Trying
Yeah.
to put the needle in.
Yeah.
And that's not what she looks like later on.
This was a legitimately cool setup here.
Yes. Yep.
She's got the two fucking flare guns.
Man, she's ready for
Time
all the time
splitters.
splitters.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
fin. I like
Yeah.
the effect there of the
Yeah.
fin.
Yeah.
And here we have some shots of white people dancing.
Yeah.
Yes.
I
Lord, is that
Awesome.
painful.
Look at just.
That's the thing about women, though. Like, generally, it doesn't matter what they're doing. They look good dancing. Not for dudes.
No.
So I was trying to figure out if there's like an in joke about LL Cool J not liking this music, like it was from like an ex-girlfriend or something like that, but I haven't looked into it at all.
Mm.
Which would be a deep and fun
Yeah.
and good joke.
Shit.
For some,
But maybe he was just pro-black though. I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's kind of the point that they was trying to get. Like he didn't like that type of music.
Right.
That little exchange right there, like I felt like LL Cool J didn't like Samuel Jackson calling him brother.
Yeah, oh, that's exactly what they're
Yeah.
going for.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Even the subtitles are in italics or whatever.
Yeah.
Like,
Is that what that was?
Jackson tries to plays it off,
Yeah.
casually, and then El Cujo's like,
These two turn on each other really quickly in this movie.
Yeah.
Spoilers.
Spoiler.
My accent says protagonist.
Yeah.
Does she frequently date people that are 2.5 decades older than her? I don't know.
Oh yeah, Stellan Skarsgård.
He's a great actor, though.
Yeah.
So something I noticed watching this the other day for the show. This movie's directed by Rennie Harlin, who has directed Stellan Skarsgård in at least one other movie that I liked and own. It's the Exorcist prequel, The Beginning. It's directed by Rennie Harlin as well.
I may have seen that one.
Wait, didn't that come out? That was
a while ago.
It was a while ago, but it wasn't. Was it one of the most recent ones though? Sort of.
I'm gonna say
Early 2000s.
probably. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Yeah.
It was weird though. Like early 2000s, there was like this resurgence in like Exorcist style movies.
Yeah, there was.
Yeah, The Exorcism of Emily Rose.
yeah.
That's a great movie. I own that.
I remember seeing that in theaters.
Yeah, I just stay away from stuff like that generally.
Yeah.
I do like that he has no time for her crap. Like he doesn't have time.
I got time for
anybody's
that.
crap.
Yeah. I gotta get my hair dyed next week.
Yeah.
Got a bad feeling about this.
Yep.
Just don't like your damned accent.
Thomas Jane just reminds me of a 90s first-person shooter protagonist. He's gruff, doesn't have time for your bullcrap.
Yeah.
And he's got stubble.
Stubble. So this is pre-Punisher for him, right? By a couple of years.
Yeah, that's like 2002. 2002, 2003.
To this day, this movie, Punisher, and Arrested Development are the only things I remember Tom Jane from.
Who is he in Arrested Development?
Fuck, is it Lindsay? Is that Michael's sister's name? Why can't I remember these characters?
Lindsay.
Yeah, she dates him for a while on the show as Tom Jane. He plays himself.
Oh, I do not remember that at all.
Yeah, she thinks he's a homeless guy because he's just dressed up for a movie.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Oh.
That's awesome.
Yep. I make fence taller.
Yeah. I changed water.
Make fence good. Storms are coming.
Thomas Jane, again, like you said earlier, looks a lot like Paul Walker.
Yeah.
I was just looking at this. I'm like, I already thought Paul Walker was attractive, but then you got Thomas Jane. It's like the poor man's Paul Walker in this particular movie.
He doesn't have quite as dreamy eyes.
Yes.
Yeah, if you turned his eyes blue,
This is true.
and if you uncrossed them a tiny bit.
That bird in that kitchen is not sanitary.
It really isn't. I mean, they're eating that food like whatever.
Yeah. It was good.
Very
Good mocking.
Very expressive.
Yeah. I do appreciate that they didn't just have like, oh, check out naked scientist, sexy lady in the
They
shower.
do it later.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, they do, but it's
There's at least a plot.
at least there's a
relevant point for it.
reason for it.
Yeah.
Oh, so we talked through it, but they
There's a storm a coming.
well, no, besides the storm a coming, Sam Jackson's like, oh my gosh, it's great we made so much progress without altering the sharks at all. And it's like,
Oh, yeah.
no, altering sharks is illegal by the Harvard Convention of blah 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 blah.
At the
Right.
exposition party.
Yeah, the very heavy-handed exposition birthday party.
I just love how Sam Jackson is just too cool for this movie.
Yeah,
If
he
you just
is.
look at it
Absolutely.
like the way he walks, his attitude and this whole thing is like, I'm just here.
Yeah.
That
Like,
and his
whatever.
glasses and
The glasses,
yeah.
yeah,
Those
Sam-
glasses are way too cool for 1998.
way
Agreed.
too cool.
Yeah.
And Sam Jackson's face says this looks like an expensive set.
Yeah.
Yes,
And I'll be honest, as this movie kind of trucks along, I really like a lot of the sets. Just the big
They look
watery
believable.
sets.
You feel
They feel claustrophobic.
they feel
Yeah.
claustrophobic, and you feel like you get an idea for the layout of this place.
Yeah.
Too, actually, they do a good job with that.
Creating
Well,
a sense
they
of place.
often show like schematics and maps, as we'll see, as that becomes a vital part of this movie. Is how do we escape this underwater place.
We just solved it. That's how they get out. They travel by map.
There we go. Got a web map.
Doo-doo. So there's a shot, again, super nitpicky thing. There's a shot of like
Stop being nitpicky, Ryan.
never fight me. On so like that camera is moving clearly, or do you think
Oh,
it's maybe
yeah.
zooming out? Okay, never mind.
Maybe. I don't know.
I guess that's plausible. I guess.
Things never zoom out, Ryan. They just de-hance.
De-hands.
Unzoom and unhance.
Unhands.
Hands. Whoa.
Like how this-
I got you, bitch.
Shark.
But yes, these are clearly metal fences that just look rubbery.
Shark.
Well, he mentioned.
Yeah. They mentioned how the titanium will bend. That still looks like rubber.
Let's see. I do like how they flip
Fight
out
me,
when
Ryan. I'm a materials engineer.
There's no such thing as bendy metal. Yeah.
Also, dogs can't look up. I heard that somewhere.
The like I know it's supposed to be scary, but the image of this shark biting the camera looks so ridiculous to me.
Yep.
Yeah.
And that was probably just stock footage of a Discovery Channel thing.
Probably.
Yes.
Probably.
Could be.
Static squealing, says the captions. I don't remember. Is this part of the plan?
Oh, just use
Double flashlights.
This is clearly not set in the Doom universe.
They made they eventually patched it so you can have your flashlight on your gun. Fucking Doom 3.
So the physics behind this are really weird.
Yeah, I mean, as is frequent in our movies, there's the texturing that's just
bad. But the
Yeah, the
animation
animation's
looks
good.
fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That shark
You
looks
actually
fucking
believe there's
huge.
sharks in the water. Just by looking at them.
Mm-hmm.
Especially for that time, too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, because you think of like how
20 years ago.
Because you think of like how bad Jaws looks at times now with the animation in it.
Oh,
It's
boy.
just like, ooh no,
So,
shark vision.
yeah. So I looked up a couple scenes from Jaws 3. Because there's a lot of similarities in how the sharks die in these movies. The way the sharks die in these movies is the same as how the shark dies in the first 3 Jaws movies. And I looked up like the end scene of Jaws 3, and oh my god,
Is that the one with the
that was
electrical wires?
bad.
So this is the physics I'm talking about. How does he get this shark on this thing?
I don't know.
Oh, and that quick.
He kind of just like pushes
Coincidence.
It's like what do they call it? It's 8,000 pounds.
it. Yep.
And they say it's a Mako too. I don't know my sharks that well, but I feel like
These
it's
do look like Makos.
All
A
right.
joke.
They're not as thin as Makos should be, but the
Because
reason
they've
why
been doing science to them.
well, the reason why they picked a Mako is because they have scary teeth.
Oh yeah, they got the rounded.
They have the teeth that kind of poke out a little bit, and they're supposed to be really fast, and they can jump.
They've
That's
got
the other
Nosferatu teeth.
Yeah, and that's the other reference there about them jumping the fence is
Yeah.
that they're Mako sharks, so they could jump.
Yeah, so they got some ups.
Yeah.
Yeah, sharks.
Interesting fact about sharks: sharks can't swim backwards.
That's correct, which is why they freak out about 5 minutes ago.
Yeah.
Yep.
As
I
he
was
shares
not paying attention.
a knowing glance with the only other super good actor in this movie.
Right.
So, again, how does this science work? We're gonna scan this thing's brain once, and then we just have a finite, constant image of its brain.
I don't know.
This is-
I'm no
was too
marine. I'm
easy.
no marine biologist, but maybe.
Maybe.
No, like I get the scan here, but it just
Yeah.
is weird that they do this, and then later on they're showing her like put the needle into its brain in a very precise way. It's like that.
Yeah.
That would require constant scanning, right?
Yeah.
Well, they got the laser pointers.
Yeah. the
He
laser
pressed,
pointers.
he pressed F7. It's on.
I just want someone to attach.
Electrodes?
No, not electrodes.
Defibrillator?
An assassin to that machine.
I was going to
scan
make
his
that
brain.
joke when you were done.
Yes.
Okay.
The Animus, yeah.
The Animus. I'm sorry that I ruined it for the both of us, Ryan.
That's okay. There's nothing to ruin.
Okay.
I would be very nervous if I were her.
Well, she has reason to be right in about 2 seconds here, right?
Eh? His,
Wooga, wooga, wooga.
Jump effect.
This is a good. I'm assuming that this is a practical effect right here, right?
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, because
yeah,
the
definitely.
actors lean up against it. It's got lighting on it.
It looks great.
That's a good model.
Yeah.
It's really good, and I think that speaks to what you were talking about, Ryan. They're big sets on this movie, and I like that we return to the sets as the facility starts to disintegrate.
crumble, yeah.
Yep.
Poor shark.
Science is ready.
So she's going to insert this needle, which is the same size as the needle she was using on the model.
She's checking the
Except
shark's oil level.
completely normal size now, and it doesn't look absurd.
Yep.
I would have liked if we would have come to this scene and she would have just had like a 22-foot needle.
from the second story.
Yeah.
Oh.
I don't know why he's doing that.
Right.
It's not.
Why did he pour the
like
water
watching
over him?
Free Willy.
I was thinking the same thing. I seen Free Willy when I seen him do that. I was like, okay,
Hit him with the hose.
Yeah.
right.
I mean, isn't that like what the giant machine that's
Yeah, it's
shooting water all around it's
spraying
doing?
water on him.
Yeah.
On her. High stakes surgery action.
Yeah. I'm stealing your brain.
I've got 4.5 cc's of science.
Yep. This plot is Terry Pratchett approved.
You're welcome, Steve Ike.
Yeah. So even the practical implications of this are kind of out there, right? I mean, she talks about trying to save 200,000 people a year with this medicine, and it works. This medicine, spoiler alert, this medicine works.
Yep.
There is no possible way to increase manufacturing on this.
No possible way at all.
There's no
Steal
upscaling
more
to this.
sharks.
Yeah, like make more giant mutant sharks.
That is the thing.
Is that maybe the sequel?
Yeah.
That's
We'll have to watch
probably
to find
the
out.
sequel to
that's
this movie
good,
did
yeah.
just come out.
We'll have to watch
I
it.
read what the synopsis is.
Oh boy.
They try to make like super shark shoulders like super smart sharks.
Oh boy.
Try to say that 3 times fast.
Yeah.
Smart sharks, yeah.
Yeah.
Super shark soldiers.
Yes.
Eh?
Yeah. And now we have her explaining
Neurons.
science.
Mm-hmm.
Science.
This feels like how you get shark zombies.
What, shark zombies? Because that's how you get shark zombies.
Resident Evil Code Z or
Code
Code
Z.
Shark.
Dude, the fucking shark in the first game, man.
Yeah.
That's really
yeah, that was-
tense section.
Or wherever the hell that giant lake monster is in Resident Evil 4.
Oh, yeah.
Oh
Not
yeah.
great.
Good fight.
Yep.
Good boss fight.
I feel like there's a joke in there about men not lasting long, but I
Mm.
can't get to it right now.
Joke didn't last very long.
He's Stellan Skarsgård's character is super serious in this movie.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I must smoke now.
Yeah. I'm gonna smoke in an underground facility or underwater facility.
An above ground underwater facility.
Yeah.
Right. That's very smart.
Ah!
And that's
Good
probably why
model.
he got his arm.
Yeah.
Great practical
Ouch.
effects.
Great. Even
Gotcha,
the
bitch.
the
Right.
stub there looks great too.
Great. This whole sequence is so good.
It is, because
Yeah.
it's so immediate and terrifying.
Yes. And I think from this point forward, a lot of the deaths that happen in this movie are really immediate. There's a couple that stick out for me as to their immediacy, but they do a
Yeah.
great job with the sharks being kind of forces of nature more
Yeah.
than just sharks going forward.
Right.
This makes no sense.
And some of the deaths are really... they kind of weird me out because of how sinister they are at times.
Yeah.
Yes?
Yeah.
Yes.
I think we've answered that question already.
Yes.
Launch the demon shark back into the deep blue.
I do like we'll get to this kind of, but I do like the twist that this movie has.
What
at
a
the end.
twist.
Oh, yeah.
What a twist.
Yeah.
Yep. That water.
That water's
oh,
bad.
man.
That water's
Yeah.
really bad.
There had to have been an alternative to doing that.
They didn't have
Yeah.
any stock footage around.
Anything.
Oof.
It kind of looked like you guys ever watched The Real Adventures of Johnny Quest?
Yeah.
Went to, like Quest mode, and like everything was like sand and water. I was watching it, and back then I thought it was like so cool.
Yeah.
But then I watched it today, and I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
and that's kind of like water from Quest mode.
Yeah.
There, like right there.
Oh,
it's like
man.
playing like a PS2 video game right now with the graphics.
Dun, 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 dun.
She's like, man, I wish I had some flares right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
Right.
Dude.
Oh no, there's a storm.
Yeah.
As if they couldn't feel that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. As if they didn't know that this was going on.
I mean, have you ever been on a boat that has like 15 or 10 foot waves?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
You
granted-
feel that. There's no way you're
yeah.
not feeling these like 20-foot waves.
Well, that's the thing. This facility, I don't think any of it's floating, right? It's all a concrete structure. They should still be feeling the impacts, but I don't think there's going to be any sway for them.
No, but they should be feeling the impact.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
like the
I
fact that
agree.
They come out here and they're like, "Oh my God, something's happening."
Yeah,
is-
no, they would be
Yeah.
feeling this. I agree.
particularly as the closer they get to the surface, they would have really been feeling it. Like
Yeah.
that elevator would have been getting pounded
It would have.
around.
It would have been obvious.
Yeah. Do better science.
Yeah.
Super Shark movie.
Damn straight.
I do like the setup. I do like the setup of this little island base being like a former submarine.
Yeah.
It explains some of the architecture of it.
Yes. This scene is terrifying.
It is
Yeah.
it is.
very terrifying.
What a
'Cause I guess it is-
horrible thing.
Yeah, well,
Right.
I think because it's like you never would think about this happening,
No.
but it's just like, oh, ooh. But we'll get to that.
Yeah.
Hey,
So one of that's real.
Yeah.
They accidentally launched like a
a wave
like,
into
like a
them.
wave into them. Like, oops, here's 2,000 gallons of water.
Right.
Knock them all over.
That's-
I like that in this scene, Sam Jackson's character is out there doing stuff. Like he's
Yeah.
not an incompetent businessman. Like he's
No,
actually
he
a pretty,
is
pretty
cool.
cool.
Active in all the scenes he is in, except
Yeah.
for the
Yeah,
science
he
one,
is.
because he knows he shouldn't be anywhere near that shark.
Yes.
It's like I'll help you in everything else, but I ain't going nowhere near that damn shark.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, this scene, I
like
remember
him reaching up.
the
Yeah, he's
first
like,
time I
"Please
saw
pull me
this,
up.
it was
I'm wet."
terrifying and
Oh.
heartbreaking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This got to me a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Oh.
one,
Yeah, there's no. It doesn't make any sense, like why it just unfurls or.
But once
even
this-
why it gets stuck.
yeah.
But yeah,
once this happens, as the helicopter guys, why don't you ascend immediately?
yeah.
That's how you solve this
She's-
problem.
She's telling them to pull up.
Yeah.
Well, I think
Right.
it's obvious that they need to pull up.
right.
Yeah.
But
Right.
I mean, this happens pretty. But fuck, man, fuck this.
Yeah.
This is horrifying.
This is.
Yep.
Yep.
Because, at this point, they're fucked.
Yeah.
They're fucked.
Y'all
They were
fucked.
fucked way before this happened. They should have, like you said, they should have ascended.
Mm-hmm.
It's a subtle thing right there, but I like it. They're careful when they're running on the water or on the floor.
Yeah.
Right there.
Also, and now here we see a helicopter that apparently is made of gasoline.
Yes.
And I guess most of
What
the
is it?
above surface stuff is
Yeah.
also made of flammable materials.
Yes.
They use all that concrete from The Dark
Oh.
Knight Returns, where they just like fill it with explosives and use it to build this base.
Yeah, she's gone.
She go.
Damn.
Like what? Why is all of this happening?
I
Right.
don't know. Ah!
Oh.
Oh, the
We built
second.
this place out of Semtex.
Oh,
Yeah.
the second unit director here was Michael Bay, I guess.
You know what? I was just thinking the same thing.
She's like, "Get me out of here! Get me out of here!" Another. This movie does a lot of good foreshadowing or setups for later.
Yeah, everything is set up kind of casually. It's like, oh, I'm at that plane. No plane.
No plane.
It's just-
Oh.
I like that a projectile just fucking wipes it out.
Her
Wow,
falling.
Michael Bay really did some great job.
Yeah.
great job with this.
I wonder if Michael Bay is ever going to get back to the killer shark genre.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Michael Bay had nothing to do with this movie, as far as I know. Just
Yeah.
Her falling into the water is a good foreshadowing for later too. Don't drink cooking wine, people.
Yeah.
Good brews, bad views tip.
Yeah.
Don't drink cooking wine.
Speaking of which, pass me over our next beer, because we have drank this Black Walnut Stout much too quickly.
Super good.
All right, here we go. So we're switching over to Pilgrim's Dole, which is a wheat wine ale. This one, you will feel the booze in.
Yes.
This is from our friends at New Holland Brew. This one is a boozy 12% ABV.
Yeah.
This is another one where this is just.
Like
I mean, it's kind of silly, but it's sinister.
It really
is.
Like, oh, I thought you were talking about the beer there for a second. I'm like, how is this beer sinister?
Yeah. That looks terrible.
Like, that is when all shit hit the fan.
Yeah.
Like, that
Right
shark
there.
right there looks like the bathtub shark that you had, like, as a kid, the squeaky shark.
Yeah. I like how the shark was like, fuck you, I've got your friend.
Yeah.
I'm not
It's
going to eat him, but
awful.
I'm going to fuck with you.
Yep.
It's horrifying.
Yeah.
I want to pour some of this.
And, of course,
That
look
was
who's
bad
backing
for
away.
Anne Heche.
Backing away.
Look who knows what's going on.
I'm just surprised that like Sam Jackson was like suddenly telling them all of a sudden to leave. But I'm like, as soon as he hit the glass, that was the indication
Yeah.
that you should have got the fuck out of
Yeah.
there. I don't know. That's what I was thinking.
But even there, he goes forward, he grabs he knows that's her significant other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so he goes to her and convinces her it's time to go. Like, he is a completely competent and capable character in this
Yeah.
movie.
Yeah.
He's great. Like, I love his character.
Clearly,
There's
clearly
some good shots
yeah.
on good camera work on this when they're showing the destruction in the water coming
Yeah.
through. A lot of low angle.
And look at
stuff,
the
as we were talking about like last time.
yeah. Look at the
A couple times
sets.
ago.
Yeah, they destroy the set.
Well, we're gonna come back to it because it's flooded later.
No, what I'm saying, like, they had to actually destroy this set, basically. Because there's no,
Yeah.
like, there's really no coming back from the set after you fill it with water.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ain't no second takes. They probably had a lot of cameras set up. They had to.
Mm-hmm.
So how do you guys like this Pilgrim's Dole?
I like it quite a bit. I've had this before.
Don't.
It's
you're spoiling
different. It's got a like a. I don't know what that is. It's like really sweet. I'm thinking it's some type of honey or something.
It's really malty. So I think
Yeah.
it's from all the malts that they put into these style of beers. To get that high ABV, they need to put a lot of different grains in there. But yeah, it does have a kind of a honey sweetness to it.
Yeah, I like this quite a bit.
Definitely good for sipping.
Yes.
Yes.
I like how he has the bird on his shoulder.
On the shoulder, yeah.
Pirate.
I guess they had two birds. They had birds for like when it's on his shoulder, and then a bird for like flying around the room and
Oh,
Okay.
flying, okay.
perched around.
They had a
Right.
stunt bird.
Yeah, stunt bird. The
Yes.
shoulder stunt bird.
That's not my bird.
Oh, god damn it. The three of us had a pretty big discussion about, well, at least Marvel Infinity War before that, and just how much two of the three of us really just hate Tony Stark and everything he's involved in.
Tony Stark.
That's a different podcast we'll do.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like this whole sequence here with him.
Yeah. He's all the fuck.
Yeah.
Like
I was
this,
kinda-
everything's shaking.
Yeah.
Yeah, all that shit. I was distracted by his eyes in this scene. I just kept looking at like, jeez, LL, man,
Let me get back to my movie. Stop hypnotizing me.
right?
Kinda.
I'm like, I was thinking like, I wanted to be that bird on the shoulder. Why not?
Uh-huh. And then
Okay,
we
sounds like a good escape plan.
and then we travel by map.
Take the sub up, and they'll eat the sub.
Yeah.
Sharks haven't shown any knowledge that underwater things exist at this point.
Nope.
There's a.
Is there a string attached to him at that point?
It looked like there was. Maybe for the bird.
Maybe to pull on the bird a little bit?
The bird's like, I'm getting the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Smart bird.
Smart bird.
This movie, at this point, becomes like 75% people slipping and water bursting through doorways.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
definitely. I can see that.
Yep, here we go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Slip.
Water bursting through doorways. Oh, close the door.
Oh god, that would hurt so bad.
Oh.
Onto the concrete.
Yeah.
Like, this is madness.
Oh yeah.
Like,
And
that's,
at that point, that's when I would have shat myself. You know, it's already water,
Hey,
so
we
you
should
know
have
what
been
it
clean
notices.
after. 'Cause
Yeah.
The water just like.
Yeah. Yes, preaches in the wet lab.
Lab equipment.
Yeah.
Ah,
Not a chance.
it's a weather balloon.
That's what I told people when they heard banging around in my room too.
Yeah.
This is just lab equipment. It's my lab equipment, Mom.
Yeah.
Dexter could
I'm
get away
doing
with that, though.
science. I'm doing science. In Dexter's lab.
Yeah.
This was a laboratory.
That was a great show.
I bet you there's an episode where
More
Dexter
water.
makes giant sharks.
Probably.
I know there's one where he fights a kaiju.
There's a lot of Dexter's labs. They tried to reinstitute that show, didn't they? And it
I
didn't
don't
turn
know.
out all that well. If I remember
I
correctly.
don't know.
I like that they keep cutting to those shots because what they're doing is they're playing with you because you keep watching those shots, waiting for a shark to come out.
Yeah.
Come into the
Yeah.
But they've
That
established the
makes
sharks
sense.
are too big to get in, really?
yeah. Except
Other
there's a
than-
hole for
This
some
is
reason.
a plot hole, but not.
Explosions.
Ah.
Also, I kind of find it hard to believe that he didn't name the bird.
Yeah.
All right, bird naming. Go, James. Pass. Dujuan.
Mr. Wiggles.
I like it. Max, bird name.
Sergeant Crackers.
Sergeant Crackers is very good.
For the win.
Win. Bird. Let me ask you something.
Well, if he's preached, the bird should be cardinal, right?
Yeah. Or Pontiff.
Pontiff Crackers.
Ah.
well.
Well.
Tad bit odd.
Somewhere, Dr. Ian Malcolm's ears are tingling. He
Right.
doesn't know why.
They should just be using Sam Jackson's angry stare to kill the sharks.
Well.
Yes.
Shit.
Yeah, that stare could kill someone.
Yeah, so not to pick on the science here, but I think at some point they say that the Gen 2 is 8,000 pounds, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So his math of given enough room and speed, Gen 2 could put a couple tons into a hit. Wouldn't she just technically have to be moving any speed?
I don't know.
that
He's the shark
could
whisperer.
be
Force
pounds of
equals
force.
mass times acceleration. She's already
Yeah.
4 tons.
We're not. I'm not.
8,000 does sound really. Actually, does sound small. I'm trying to think of
How did no one know this was happening?
Yeah. I
I'm
don't
trying to think
know.
of the original size of Jaws. They say that he's 25 feet and so many thousand pounds of him. Maybe it's only 2 tons of him.
For the all.
8,000 pounds is
It's 4 tons.
Yeah.
yeah, it's a gigantic thing.
It's 2 Jawses.
Yeah.
Two Jaws.
Or
Two
two
Bruces. Yeah.
2 Bruces.
Bruce squared. No. 2 times
No,
Bruce.
no,
2x Bruce.
2 Bruces, not Bruce squared.
Exponential Bruce.
It's a deuce of Bruce.
A deuce of Bruce.
Yes. All right. For all 2 of you listening, if anyone has busted out your scratch paper and calculators, bless your hearts, because we're not doing that. We're drinking beer.
Yes.
Yeah. It's a different podcast.
Then with the making waves thing again.
Yeah, he loves water jokes.
That's why you're alone, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
God's oldest killing machine.
Yeah, they really try to make like hammer home the whole like genetic manipulation is bad, but it's just a shark movie, guys. It doesn't work here.
Yeah, I was just about to say, when you look at it, it seems like it takes itself way too serious. Like, it's a fucking shark movie.
Yeah.
Like, it's like Sharknado trying to be dramatic.
Yeah.
We're going for the Oscar with this one, guys.
Yep.
Fucking probably.
That's where just Chris Pratt walks on. They gotta.
Yeah.
The most awkward scene of Jurassic World.
Oh God, yeah.
Quick interjection. I just saw the latest trailer for that movie, and I think it was just everything.
Yeah.
It seemed like it was everything in the movie.
Yep.
Oh, you guys remember when that was a thing that people paid money for?
Yeah.
Playboy?
Yep.
You know, I carry mail, and when I was carrying around the, I want to say the Grosse Point area, people still buy that. They actually subscribe to it, and it's like in blank packages, and I'm like, okay.
I assume those folks are probably more of the geriatric types.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think like in 50s and up. Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Another good practical effect here.
Look at this set.
This is awesome.
Look at that.
Great.
So there are some parallels for me between this and Deep Rising, as far as just like ocean monster movies and having some really cool water sets.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think Deep Rising was a year after that.
Okay.
They were pretty close.
98, 99,
Yeah.
something like that.
I mean, not much offense to this movie, but I would watch Deep Rising 1,000 times before I watch this movie again.
Only because it's got Treat Williams,
Snack McElroy.
Junk Food Sinclair,
Um,
Bon Johnson.
Yeah. I am kind of disappointed we didn't get like a Looney Tunes frying pan to the face on the shark.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. That would be awesome.
Clang.
It's just bong.
Bing.
The indent of the shark's face.
Walk through the.
Anvil.
You'll say next time, I'm not walking through no fucking fog.
I've got a new Treat Williams nickname.
Lay it on
Bugles
us.
Johnson.
What?
Bugles Johnson.
Bugles Johnson. All right, the rest of this episode is going to be devoted to coming up with alternative names for Treat Williams.
Who's not in this movie?
I follow Treat on Twitter.
All right.
Seems
so
like a decent dude.
he's got this axe. Look how tiny it
Yeah.
is.
Tiny little axe.
Dude, okay, fine, but I would take Tiny Axe over nothing any day.
Yeah.
No, but like there's portions of this where
It's
So
hilarious.
small.
He's also a huge dude, though.
Yeah.
it looks like a little Tyke's axe.
You guys, I think some of you guys know food. That menu had Finnish pancakes and then something with Helsinki hollandaise. Are
Yes.
those things?
Yes.
Okay.
I've seen eggs
They're
Benedict.
for
so hollandaise goes on eggs
the director
Benedict.
who is Finnish.
Oh,
Also,
okay.
the vodka they were drinking earlier at the party, Finnish.
Okay.
Then it makes a
Yeah.
fin pun too.
Yes.
And then French toast was the last one on the menu.
The axe
Who
looks like
doesn't
it
love French
changes
toast?
sizes at times. That's my thing that makes me laugh. Like it
Yeah.
looks bigger right now, and there's other times where he's holding it and it looks like it literally looks like a little Tyke's axe.
Yep.
Not until you give me a name,
Yeah.
you heartless bastard.
Your smile is terrifying.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whoa.
Good
No,
fact.
the bird.
Aw. Maybe that's why he didn't have a name.
Boyd's. Do
Aww.
you think that Boyd's his warranty?
Nah.
Mm.
Yikes. Deep cut.
The shark ate my bird. Can I get another one, please?
Yeah.
Sorry, sir, we don't cover sharks.
You don't have the shark coverage. On
Yeah,
your
you didn't purchase
insurance
shark
plan.
coverage. So this is another scene, and this movie does this a few times. Another just bad logic hole, often in suspense films, is how, in that amount of water, how does a shark sneak anywhere? Like, if the water depth is about the height of the shark, how do you not always know where it is?
Oh, that makes sense.
But
It's like zombies sneaking around in a forest that's covered in dry, dead leaves.
yeah,
How do you not hear it until it's eating your face? Like, that's
They
stupid.
shuffle. They don't step.
That would be just as loud, if not
I
louder.
don't
Yeah,
know.
that would be. You're shuffling through dead leaves. They're the driest, so like they make a lot of noise.
they have
I
that
mean,
walking
ask any
tech.
kid that jumps into a pile of leaves
Maybe
after raking them up in the
maybe when
fall.
zombies die, they become elves. And
Yeah,
walk
that's
through
what it is.
vegetation without disturbing it.
They were all taught the secret walking technique by Master Miller.
Oh, boy. So many deep cuts.
Even I don't get that one.
It's from the original Metal Gear Solid
Yeah.
that Solid Snake can't do. So that's why you have to crawl on grates. Otherwise, you make noise.
There are shades of Final Destination in some of these scenes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, Final Destination. They really got ridiculous after the third one.
I never saw beyond the second, but I've always wanted to because I assumed they just got stupid.
I watched them all, and like when it came to the last ones, it was almost like death was a character in this sense. Like everything was turning on by itself, like it was
Yeah.
some type of ghostly type character. Like I was just waiting for an apparition, like a paranormal activity type thing to turn the dials. And,
It wasn't as subtle as the first kind of movie.
Like the first two to me, they
They're
had
great.
the subtlety to where like it actually this could actually happen. And then by the time the third one happened, it's just like
It's
I
just
said,
too
death became
heavy-handed.
a character.
Uh-huh.
Then the fourth one, and then the fifth one.
Jesus
Is it
Christ.
six
Way
of
too
them?
big for that hole.
There might be 6.
I think it's 6 of them.
Yeah, I'm having trouble believing that entire unit would be big enough for LL Cool J.
Yeah.
Ha-ha! Now I'm back in the water where you have the advantage.
Yeah, well,
Again.
just stay in the oven and hit it with the axe when it
Yeah.
comes in.
Yeah,
Right.
fuck.
Like, chop its nose off.
Yeah. Well,
Can we
a
talk
small
about his
tip
pants?
of his nose as
Yeah.
small as the axe
Can we
is.
talk about LL Cool J's pants?
They're chef's pants.
Yeah.
Okay.
Also,
This doesn't work.
what?
Boyd's.
So this is this movie's Smile, You Son of a Bitch?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Why?
you
Why would the shark explode?
why does any of this happen?
Well, the
That's
gas
the Jaws-
is
the Jaws
underwater,
wanted that,
but I
but
mean,
yeah.
I don't,
Yeah.
I'm not a scientist, so I can't say.
No.
I'm trying to make it a reason as to why that would have happened, but in
Well-
all honesty, gas and water, I don't know.
Well, because the oven was on. That's
The oven
that-
was on, right?
like-
the gas was on.
Like
right?
even the logic of the movie doesn't make sense, but the oven was on and cooking him. Like it was getting hot in there. So
No, I thought he was suffocating because of the gas.
no,
Yeah.
but the oven turns on. I took it that that's my thing with it. I don't understand why.
I think the gas was just
I
leaking.
thought the gas was on, and that like
I think
Because
it was
he's
just the
getting
gas
sweaty
and not
in
the
there,
oven.
because he's in a metal box.
He was
He
also
was in the metal
swimming.
box and he was also swimming.
Yes.
In.
Yeah, I
That
don't
might
know.
have just been
I
water.
thought he was
nervous.
suffocating. And that's why he
Okay.
opened.
That
up
was
the
my
hole
take
at
as
the
well.
top.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, I took it as the oven was actually on.
Yeah,
'Cause it
I don't
says
think the
on.
oven was on. Like I think it was like the gas was on, but the oven wasn't.
Oh,
Yeah.
that was-
Yeah,
okay.
You know.
Yeah. Click,
that's the primer.
Yeah,
I do like this scene where it looks like he's just like freaking out, and instead he's like, "No, look, we're doing this."
Yeah.
Like he knows something.
Yeah. Get away from that water, Samuel Jackson.
Yeah.
please.
Yup. I'm gonna bring the whole facility down and crush the sharks.
Just wait. You guys, we can drown the sharks.
Drown the sharks.
That can happen if you put a fish in a tank that doesn't circulate the water.
Right.
Right.
Yep.
Because they use up all the oxygen they can get from the water. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Science.
It's science.
We're all mesmerized by Sam Jackson right now.
Yep.
Mhm.
At this point, yes.
Nice
This-
little monologue.
Yeah, this is good speech here.
Yeah. It's great, actually. This whole
Yeah.
Yep.
story is great.
Yep.
This makes me wish I still fit in my wetsuit. It's too small for me, though.
Was it 2D?
Yeah, deep.
No, it's too shallow.
2D.
Oh,
Like
Oh. I thought you said deep.
Yeah, was it missing a whole dimension?
yep. Back in my two-dimension days.
Max was the original model for Flat Stanley. Now, was this in the trailer?
Yes.
Okay, I was gonna say I thought this
think,
was spoiled.
I don't know that his death was.
You saw the shark jump up. You didn't see
Okay.
what happens to him.
Okay.
Yeah, because this is regarded as like one of the.
Oh
You
man.
Bad
saw the
textures.
shark up and then it cut away.
Oh.
Yeah.
But because that's regarded as just like one of the best deaths in the movie, and like that's a great speech he gives right there.
Right.
Yeah.
Shark's like, "Oh no, he's rousing the crowd. I need to take him out."
Yeah.
Well, it's great because as the audience, in typical movie fashion, you're expecting this to just be the rally moment for the
Yeah.
group,
We're
and
gonna
then the shark's
get
like, "Nah,
outta
fuck
here.
you."
Right.
I'm tired
yeah.
of these motherfucking sharks and this
This motherfucking
motherfucking
base.
Right. Yes. Yes. Great.
Yeah. So
You broke the ginger.
yeah. If you think about it, up until this point, like he's freaking out about him being eaten.
Mm-hmm.
There's been two issues or two events at this time, right? That are both linked to each other. Stellan Skarsgård's character got his arm bit off,
Yeah.
but everyone at that point could just be like, "Oh, the shark was just freaking out because we stole its brain."
Yeah.
Right.
And
he
then
got he got close to the teeth, which you
right,
should not do.
which you shouldn't do. And then they threw the man into the window, which is like, "Oh no, they're smart sharks." But like, they
Yeah.
haven't actually gotten to a point yet where they're like, they are just eating us to eat us right now.
Yeah.
That's why they were discussing even swimming with them in the first part. Was like, maybe they won't really actually screw with us.
And it's like, nope.
Nope. Yeah.
Yeah. That was when shit got real. When
No
Samuel
morale
Jackson
bonus
got
for
real.
you.
Yeah.
It was Sam Jackson acting like the bard, just
Yeah.
buffing the party.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking nerds again.
This is a cool shot.
Hello, are there sharks in here? So this is what it looks like on the underside of an airplane toilet? Is this how this works?
Depending on where you are, this is what it looks like on the underside of any toilet.
Yeah.
Fair.
Someone turned the sub bay onto bidet mode.
Oh,
Yes.
Lord.
Sub bidet.
Sub bidet mode.
So bidet.
Super dur. Super
Ba-dur,
dur.
Derp.
Go up.
Yeah.
Why is this water blue?
Because it's deep blue sea.
God damn it.
Oh.
So a second
Drink.
ago, when Sam Jackson was talking about his trips up in the Alps and some people died, was it to imply that they ate one of the people?
It was implied that they ate two of them.
Yeah. in
Yeah.
fact. Yep. They murdered and then
Yep,
ate
the other
two
two
of
we
them.
ate. Yep.
Skogs.
He is one of the longtime descendants of the Donner Party.
There it is.
Or maybe he was in Ravenous.
Ravenous forever.
There's a Ravenous on Netflix right now, but it's not the movie Ravenous.
it's a different
it makes
thing.
Me sad.
Yeah.
I'm glad it's not really Ravenous that it makes you sad.
Oh God, we're in that damn elevator shaft from Batman Forever.
Yeah.
Oof.
Now this is also what it looks like on the underside of a toilet.
Pillar of flame.
It just depends on what toilet you're in.
After enchilada night.
Yeah.
Yeah, or that fire is supposed to be Ryan's ass after he goes to El Patio. And gets
Right.
El Hombre Blanco Grande.
Yeah, no, that's true. That's true if viewed through a thermal camera. Yes. Hey guys, that lab equipment's trying to get us again.
The spectrometer's out to get me.
Let's get the hell out of here.
Yeah.
You didn't say it right.
I wasn't going for Evil Dead for Army of Darkness references.
Oh, so that's how sharks work. Okay.
Yeah.
They use water to get around.
Yes.
I learned something today.
Thomas Jane is so smart in this. Not really.
No, really, no. If you haven't seen his short, The Punisher's Dirty Laundry on YouTube, it's awesome. Worth a watch.
Here's Brucey.
It's
So
about
this is
8
the
minutes.
little one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and the riddle one. Okay, so in a moment here, some flaming debris is going to hit Tom Jane, and I was like, hey, I wonder if that didn't happen on purpose. Like,
No, because immediately had makeup effect on his
Yeah.
arm. When he
yeah,
pulled
yeah,
it
yeah.
back. It was for dramatic moments.
This
No.
is not how
Plastic
knives work.
Yeah.
Is it a vibranium knife?
Right. Yeah, because that knife would have broken. Yeah.
Strong guy him.
Yeah.
Well, he's 90 strong, guys.
It's-
So.
Okay. So
That's enough. That's all you have to do.
It's strumphium. Water.
Climb.
Just cut back. It's coming out of his ears.
I want him to open his mouth like dogs on a hose.
Yeah.
Cheeks just bulging.
Yep.
Whoop.
Carter.
Now it's like one of those Facebook posts where it's like, which of these
Bad
bottles
shark
will
engine.
follow? Will fill up
Fill
first?
yeah.
Blah, 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 blah.
Buckle.
Sea
Blah,
lab.
blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, the outside right there is just a C-Lab 2021 episode.
You better check under.
Oh my God, that's my show.
Oh, it's so good.
Oh no.
Like my favorite episode of
Right.
that is not the Scorpion one. I know everyone loves the Scorpion one.
Scorpion one's great.
That's my
Yes.
second favorite. My first favorite is one where the entire show is shot from the outside of C-Lab.
Which is
And
brilliant.
And the lights keep flicking on and off to whatever room they're in.
Oh,
And
I haven't seen that
just
one.
hear like as they're running to the different rooms that are going on. The whole episode is like that.
I think my favorite episode of C Lab was when they were it was Quinn and Stormy. They were out fixing the C Lab, and it kept doing it. They got caught in the time loop,
time
and it
warp,
kept
yeah.
going over and over again. Dodgeball time, bitch! The dodgeball scene and Star Wars Stormy, it was hilarious.
Yeah.
This is another death that is just extra gruesome.
Yeah.
Here, I'll help you.
Oh,
Oh,
He's all, is this where you were trying to go?
yeah.
oh,
Good. Like that looks.
That looks
practical,
pretty
too.
good, yeah.
yeah.
I thought that was CG.
I don't. It looks practical at times, though.
I don't know.
I would think
That,
they
that
could,
side shot though, it looked. I don't know.
I think they could do that with practical effects.
Probably.
Probably. Yeah.
That
I'm
shouldn't
not,
be
I'm
a
not-
problem. I mean, it's just like a chair and a shark mouth, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Oh, poor Anne Hayes. Wah wah.
Are his eyes two different colors? Or is it just
I
the
think it's just
lighting?
the lighting.
I think it's the lighting, but I can see where you're coming from.
Tom Jane's ass.
I was just about to say, yeah, I'm glad you said not me.
Dude, just climb on each other's shoulders. Like, you
That's
can
how.
do this.
That's a lot of
Hey,
pit hair
buddy,
you got.
how you doing?
Jeez, got a bush under there.
We'll never figure this out.
Ominous bumping.
Yeah. Humans could never figured this out.
Oh god, the sharks can breathe air now. We meddled too much.
They're just walking around up there. Yeah, it'd been great if he'd been like, nah.
Nah. Turn around.
Yeah.
Turn around.
Goes back.
He's like, that's too much fucking water. See ya.
Hey,
Yeah.
cook.
Told you, mud folk, don't mess with the sharks. But no, you got to go.
I kind of like
You're
this
an
shot,
Alzheimer's.
actually.
Yeah, it's a good shot.
Yeah.
Pulling away and no people in it at all. Just kind of like, whoop.
Yep. It's a
I
good
am
shot.
so glad we didn't have to watch that scene of like, grab my rope thing.
Director's cut.
Yeah. He actually makes a reference later to the whole like, black guy dies first. And
Yeah, he does.
Yes.
By he, you mean preacher.
Preach, yeah.
I wonder if that line was in there before they came up with Sam Jackson's character, back when he would be the only African American character.
Yeah.
I don't know.
No,
I'm saying like that's actually a good question. That's a good question as to the. As to
I
the
hate
development
being
of the plot.
attacked by sharks.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
just pouting in the corner.
All right. So Ginger, LL Cool J, and Tom Jane walk into a bar, and they all get eaten by sharks.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I like I said, I forgot that LL Cool J was in this, but I really like his character.
Yeah.
I enjoy him a whole
Yeah.
lot.
I like him in anything he's in, actually.
What show is he on right now on TV? He's been on something for a while, right?
NCIS
SVU?
in
Okay.
Los Angeles.
NCIS.
Spinoff, right? Yeah.
I like this shot. through the
There's
aquarium.
something just very ironic about having an aquarium
In an underground
underwater
lab.
fish
Yeah.
space.
Yeah.
Isn't that ironic?
Excuse me. Don't you look? I went country there for a moment.
Right, yeah, that's a little country right there, buddy. That what you think?
That was like whatever.
Power bar.
I do like. I mean, good on this movie for being an R-rated monster movie that only has, I think, this one dick joke.
Yeah.
So I think it was a cut bit, or maybe they took it. Maybe they just didn't include it in the movie, but well, cut as in wasn't never actually filmed or just rumored. I've heard about. But the woman who was just eating Jan was supposed to be pregnant with Skarsgård's baby.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh,
And that's
wow.
why she was like reacting so badly to when he got like
Okay.
fly in a windshield.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That kind of makes her death scene a little more horrible.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
does. Yeah. Oof.
Ugh.
Hey, why did the guy throw his alarm clock across the room? Because he was angry.
How did you hear that?
What?
I have evidence of abuse. You all heard it.
So I propose that Thomas Jane is being a jerk here because he's like, my arm has a little bit of boo-boos on it. I got to put oil so the sharks don't smell blood. Preach's head is all messed up, and he doesn't do that for him.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Thomas James is just a douche.
Yeah.
That's all that is.
Yeah, and
Like, it's clear.
Major douche.
It's not like the hidden zombie bite wound. It's on his face.
I think it's supposed to be a bird.
I do like this, though.
Yeah.
Just, will you sit me up?
His
please?
face there.
That's funny.
Oh.
The movie, that actually, those two is one of the better relationships that gets established
Yeah.
with Skoggs and Preacher.
I think with LL Cool J's wound is supposed to be burns from the explosion he was in.
He'd still be
Oh,
bleeding
yeah.
once he got
Yeah,
the water.
there's still going to be blood in it.
I suppose.
Blood. We have to have a doctor on the show next, so we can point out all the bullshit medical stuff.
Chris.
Yeah. All right, Chris.
Chris.
Another
This is a
cool
very
set,
Alien
man.
shot right
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Particularly Aliens 4. There's a lot
Yes.
of water in that movie. But it's a great
I was
set.
just gonna say Aliens because how claustrophobic it is, Ryan. But you had to go in and bring in Alien Resurrection.
Oh, I
Hey,
changed
like a
it.
cat.
Kitty cat. Your parking meter running low? Oh, from your quarters. You're not getting quarters.
Mm-hmm.
So at this point in the movie, you kind of get the feeling that she's not a good person.
Yeah, not so
Yeah.
much.
Oh, yeah. Well, if you haven't gotten that by this point,
I
Well,
think
they're
it's
gonna
her
be-
accent
Well,
that makes it
Yeah.
I
that
think
she's a
it's-
bad
it's
person.
A nice,
it's the
a nice
accent.
twist because she comes in and it's being like, oh, what if I explained to my father that his wife had been dead every day from blah 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 blah. And I'm like, oh, okay, you're playing the dead wife card, but still you have a noble intention. But then, like, the further it goes on, you're like, you are actually not the protagonist
Right.
of this movie.
Here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. And this is coming from someone who did community service in the Alzheimer's unit in an old folks home for like a year.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Did not
If you
that.
know that someone's memory is going to reset every day, why would you tell them the sad shit every time? Don't do that. Like, just don't do that.
Yeah, that makes sense.
You tell them, oh no, they're fine. They'll be here tomorrow. That's how you handle those people.
Okay.
You don't make them sad every day. That's just you're a bad daughter if that's your approach to your father.
If you want to just
you
be
are
there to like remind them of all the
Yeah.
bad stuff that they've been through.
you're being openly cruel at that point.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's actually Dave Ashworth and I did that.
Snakes.
Whoa.
Snakes. Underwater snakes.
Fucking
And Skarsgård.
yeah.
Bloated underwater Skarsgård.
Yeah, that would
Let's-
freak me out.
Yeah, it's a pretty haunting image.
Why is there air in this room?
It hasn't flooded yet, apparently.
I mean, it's possible that there could be air pockets all throughout the station. That's
okay.
fine.
That's fair. You're fair. I will stop whining.
I mean, don't stop whining. That's half of your appeal.
So a really sinister death is coming up here soon, and a really sudden one.
Yeah, from the deaths have been sudden since Samuel Jackson got.
This one's as sudden
Chomp.
as Jackson's death, though.
Yep.
The one with Jan was a little more telegraphed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is great.
I laughed.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
gosh,
good.
Yeah, this is good. This is
Also, I believe this is the camera that you and I recorded things on, right?
That sounds right. It looks familiar.
good. Sherman Dudley.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Is he a
it's such
fucking
a good,
Scottish
it's such
boxer?
a good setup.
I love the direction this takes.
Yes.
Come on, snap out of it. We all see his eyes.
I know.
How are you doing on beer, buddy? You need some more? You need some more beer? How are you doing?
Kind of good.
Okay. All right.
But then, a little bit, yes.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll be done with this in a second. Oh my God, he's dreamy.
Just
That's so good.
His face changes. Just
Like he lights up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Even his voice changes.
Yeah,
too.
no,
Yes.
that's great.
Yep.
Well done, LL.
Yep.
I completely missed my opportunity for when the shark was eating Jan. I was like, oh, see, DJ Khaled? Even sharks will do it.
Womp womp.
Yeah. God, I had to get that in. I'm sorry.
I'll ask you after the show. I feel like there's a cut there I'm missing.
Topical.
Crotchical.
We need to move this exercise equipment.
Yeah.
This is what everyone looks like.
The
moving
lab
exercise
equipment is
by.
after us.
Why do we have so many Bowflexes in here?
Right.
See, it's red. It's red. You want red, right?
And then a fucking Velociraptor comes through and bites everyone in the
Yeah.
face.
Basically.
This one's green. That's good.
Yeah. No, that's the signal for there's a shark behind you.
Yeah.
Right there, where I'm pointing.
Bump, 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 bump.
Oh.
This is just
You're dead.
Oh. Savage.
brutal right there.
Like the shark's like, you need to die by electricity too. You are the science man.
Dang.
But like the animation. That,
Oh, that's
Yeah,
oh God, that was
It
Like
looks
the leg's still twitching.
it looks terrible, but
This
the
is a good shot.
idea,
Yeah.
This
the
is-
idea is good, but that
Yeah.
that sequence right there did not hold up.
No, it didn't.
No, no.
Quest mode again.
Yeah.
I like quest mode again, definitely.
the part of that is pretty awful is that when it hits him up against the wall and it cuts to his head banging against the wall.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's a terrible shot.
yeah. The CGI there aged like a slice of American cheese on the back porch in summer.
Ugh.
Yeah.
I'm coming down the stairs.
Why are you using the stairs? Also, I like that because the shark's like, oh shit.
I can't get to him because of the inlet in the wall. Right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was looking at that. I was like, eh?
It's just mavericking him.
Yeah. I wonder if there are sharks in there.
Yeah. This is another good shot right here. I like this coming up.
Slip.
Whoop.
Flop.
Walking in and then this right here. I think this is cool.
That's a nice transition.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Because her legs stepping up there for a 2nd. I like that whole lot.
Who left this up here? Now the shark can climb up.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like the Raptors.
Betamax tape? Or no?
I think it's just a mini cassette.
Yeah, I realized what I had said after I had said it.
Joss Whedon shot this movie. That's why there's so many feet shots.
Are you Quentin Tarantino?
Quentin Tarantino.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They both do feet
They both
shots.
do feet.
Oh.
This
One
movie,
is known for it more than the other, though.
yeah, agreed. This movie makes me want to play through BioShock again, which just is one of the best games. Just so good. The first one.
I prefer Bioshock 2.
I've heard that the DLC is the best part of that, but
Yes.
I haven't played it, so I can't comment.
The
Minerva's
story
Den
is
or
very
whatever?
compelling. Yeah, Minerva's Den.
Like here, when he
Because rather
realizes-
than have it being a continuation of the story where you are vital to the future of the world, it's you are just someone who is there.
That's cool.
Which, in those types of games, I like the narrative where things will happen. What you do will have an effect on it, but they will happen whether or not that you participate. Like Fallout New Vegas.
Not
Yeah,
ever.
there it is.
Here's the comment.
And again, that's kind of an impactful scene because Skoggs and Preacher they're a believable bromance
Yeah.
in
I
this,
can see
in this
that.
movie.
I can see that. Definitely.
So I like her strategy of where she closes that one door, but then she walks by a more different door and just leaves it open. Like,
Good thing she still has her fucking watch on.
yeah,
Gotta know what time it is.
this is a good payoff here in a second.
Yeah, I actually really
Yeah,
like this.
I remember. I think I first saw this movie like on TV, and this was the scene I remember walking into.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Great.
Great setup.
So I'm gonna,
Whoa.
Yeah.
And then
So here's where's that shark rising from?
The water's much deeper
Right.
in this
It's
room.
it's waist high.
yeah.
The shark is like 4 feet thick to the top of the fin.
I don't know. It was rolled on its side.
Ah,
Yeah.
well,
I think
even
the
then,
fin-
it's got its
It was swimming upside
it's got
down.
its pectoral fins or whatever the fuck. It's swimming upside down. Okay, I'll kind of buy that.
I'm gonna get you.
I'm gonna get them little legs.
I like her solution here.
I'm on a table. Sharks can't climb tables.
No. Her solution is she actually comes up with. Yeah, no. Sharks always sit underneath the table.
Yeah.
Oh.
Ah!
Shark's like, oh no, she's off the table. I can get her again.
Oh shit! This director also directed Die Hard 2.
Oh,
And Cliffhanger.
And there's
Cliffhanger.
another lesser known movie that I think he directed, but I'm confirming right now.
Don't do that.
Let me just flop around in the water with my hand.
Yeah.
I'm sure it'll be fine.
Oh, yep, there it is. 1996, The Long Kiss Goodnight with Gina Davis and also Sam Jackson, I believe. That's a great
Yeah.
action movie if you haven't seen it.
I have not seen that.
The Long Kiss Goodnight.
I have not
Yep.
seen that either.
It's good.
But I know Sam Jackson was in it.
Part of me is like, why? But then I'm like, oh yeah.
All
rubber.
right, breastises.
Yeah.
Rustasus's.
Breastises.
Dramatic clothes folding action.
Doesn't she have rubber shoes on?
I think they're just
Yeah.
socks.
Those look like water shoes.
I mean,
I don't
as an
know.
extra level of security, I guess I get it.
Yeah.
But also, again, as the electrical engineer on the show, I'm not going to rant about this scene.
Jaws 2 death.
That's the one where they pull up the power lines from the bottom of the ocean, right?
Yep.
Oh,
And
yeah.
Smack it with a oar. I've only been going to the gym for like a couple months, but I feel like I could snap that woman in half.
I like the lighting in this shot.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
actually liked the shot that was overhead with her on the left side of the frame.
Yeah.
That looked pretty cool.
Yep.
He gone.
Yeah.
I don't trust you, Shark.
I really don't. Yeah.
I wouldn't trust me either. Oh no, my science.
My science has been at.
I didn't create any backups.
As all good scientists don't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those are my
pretty
only
much.
2 discs.
Well, geez, back then an iOmega zip drive probably cost $4 million. I don't know.
The entire facility, the entire underwater facility, just the holding grounds for that zip drive.
Yeah, it's a storage facility.
Right?
I'm with LL.
Yes.
At this point, you should really get.
I'm with Mr. Cool J.
Yes, Mr.
Mr. Cool J. My father's name.
You know, those aren't chef's pants. He was just recently cosplaying as Jack Skellington.
Oh, yeah.
Ah, and I have that shirt.
Fun fact. Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
That's the seed was planted. That's the Freudian maneuver.
These sharks know how to sink a facility. Use it.
Yeah,
But
let's
they're
send up bullshit that doesn't look like humans. They'll fall for it.
They love colors.
So going back to LL Cool J's little video testimony, I would totally watch a YouTube cooking channel with him and just like talking to the camera like that.
But also dodging sharks periodically.
Yeah.
Whoa. That is awesome.
You're
I'd
welcome,
watch that too.
FX.
Yeah.
I do
Too
like.
bad.
I believe you both.
Yeah.
Let us
This is really
pray.
cold.
Yeah.
Yeah. That I do like that though. I mean, they're 60 feet below the water still right now. That's cold water. Water gets cold really fast.
Yes, I'm
Yeah, it
well
does.
aware of how water works.
Yeah. No, but I mean, I don't like. Just as in general, I don't know if people know like how quickly water gets cold.
I like that shot of the sub
Yeah.
on the floor.
Yeah.
Almost like it's snowing outside.
Yeah.
Waiting for a shark to just come through the top there.
Basically.
It's just waiting for him right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Credits.
They end up in the stomach like fucking Pinocchio. Just like, well.
right, yeah, exactly. That's the catch of the whole movie, right?
And
Yep. Wait, why does the evil girl get to go first?
so instead of like scarecrows, these are scare vests. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
Right.
Scare sharks, I guess. Tempt sharks. All right, abort. Woohoo!
I'm playing Super Mario Sunshine.
I'm gonna swim right by these decoys.
Yeah. Go, 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 go. Fuck.
Oh no.
That looks great.
That
Yeah.
looks
That does.
really good.
Good portrayal of mass.
That's just a real shark.
That's just stock footage.
Yeah.
It's got some Nat Geo stuff.
I can't tell the difference.
Yeah.
That's practical. That's got to be practical. That's
That looks great, whatever that was.
whatever
Yeah.
it is.
Yeah.
It looks good.
Hey, National Geographic, mind throwing some air tanks to some sharks?
Yeah.
And shooting it on your
Yeah.
fancy cameras.
Let's all talk to each other. There's nothing bad here.
I was so mad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
See, so if this movie teaches you anything, it's that if you make a rousing speech,
Don't.
a shark will get you.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, preach.
This looks good again.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
looks great, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Get him, preach.
Stab him.
The power of Christ compels you. Power of Christ compels you.
Yes.
Get him his
Don't
eye.
let my baby die. No.
Time to help you see the way of Jesus.
Ah.
Because he stabbed him in the eye with a cross.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got
Yeah.
it.
Oh.
Ooh.
Yeah.
It's like poking the fucking yolk on a sunny side up egg.
Yeah.
I've got a good video of me slicing into a yolk and an egg at brunch one day. Yeah.
I like the idea that shark is like, what, wait, what?
Yeah, wait.
Something hurt me? Ow!
What the fuck out of my eye?
Yeah.
That's some bullshit.
Not cool. Not cool, dude.
That shark's
The
been like,
little
"Oh,
metal feet.
I'm in charge.
Hey, did he stab anybody else? Oh shit, you're all dead.
Yeah.
He stabbed you guys too?
Very convenient medic bag.
Yeah.
That didn't get exploded somehow?
Yeah.
Or thrown into the water.
Sure wish we had some flares right now.
Captain don't want him.
It just goes back to bed.
He's like, I do not want you to be the last person I see.
Yeah. I just bled
Bring
a
me
lot.
Thomas
He's
Jane.
like, tell Paul to get back in here.
I just got Ace Ventura, but like for real, so. It's not Snowflake!
Actually, his pants looks a lot like Ace Ventura's pants too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, he does.
Yeah, I just remember that. Yeah, he wore them pinstripe
The
pants.
stripes.
So are the implication here either that sharks understand architecture or they read a map?
Well, there's windows all over the lower levels, so they're just like peering through, being
like,
like,
that could be
aha!
Which conjures a hilarious image of sharks just sneaking a glance around a window, but darting into the distance anytime a human walks by.
We can swim backwards now.
Yeah, exactly.
Look at all the cool stuff we can do. The third one's at the window reading the structural map.
So, this is the implication that, oh no, these sharks just want to escape.
Okay, but here's a problem tying back to what we talked about at the beginning of the movie. If this is a giant mako shark, which clearly looks like a great white there.
Just jump out of the water.
Exactly. Why isn't it doing the thing that makos do, which is jump?
And the thing that presumably we were told it could jump over
has been knocked down by several feet.
Yeah, the already higher fence.
They used up all their action points for the day.
Yeah.
We would have had more if it wasn't for that bitch earlier.
Come on,
Whose name
Brenda.
I've forgotten. Yeah, come on, Brenda. And if we make it back alive, this was all Brenda's fault.
Right.
So,
Damn it,
She
Brenda.
called it she did call the cheap EMS to show up.
I know, right?
Yeah.
So incompetent. Okay. Questmo Shark.
Ryan, so who is it who directed this movie?
Rennie Harlan.
So Rennie Harlan did Die Hard 2 and Cliffhanger, but he also did Cutthroat Island.
I don't know what that is.
That is
I heard of that. Wasn't it like a
That
straight
is a-
DVD or
no. That was a pirate movie in the 90s, 96, 97. That was one of like the biggest financial failures of the decade.
Oh,
Huh.
wow.
Yeah, and also... Well,
Like,
Kiss
imagine the
Goodnight.
Pirates of the Caribbean was made like 8 years before it came out, but didn't have zombie pirates or Johnny Depp in it. So it was just like pirates in the 90s.
So The Exorcist beginning was 2004.
She got all the grape jelly out of her hand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sharks love jelly. A quick aside, The Exorcist the beginning has one of the most horrifying death scenes I've ever watched in a movie. I guess I'll spoil it. Spoilers, cover your ears if anyone cares.
Hold on, she's ruining the plan. What are you doing? You're
What are
ruining
you
the
doing?
plan.
Why are you terrible at all things?
Yep.
Oh, she's
I
got
am redeeming myself from my horrors against nature.
Yeah. I like the one eyebrow open up like, yeah.
He's like, nah, I'm gonna let that bitch die.
Right.
This looks rough.
That's fucking Tomb Raider.
Yeah.
Huh?
Eh?
Delicious.
That eye
I
got
smell
poked out.
jam. Smucker's original.
Jam, jam. Jam, 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 jam. Marmalade.
That shark is
Marmalade.
about to get jammed. I like that she's like, oh, wait,
Oh,
this
no.
worked.
This is a terrible. I made a huge mistake.
Yeah.
So this
And
is
this. Oh, no.
I guess
this movie
it's
has like the beginnings of the use of like the slow mo for
Yeah.
dramatic action scenes.
I like this though. I like this. The shark's like, wait a,
You're the
This
bitch who
isn't-
made me smart.
this isn't right. I don't think, from my perspective, it's not that the shark recognizes her. He's just like,
No,
what's
now
happening?
You're dead. Now I'm gonna eat you.
He's like, yeah, fuck it.
Oh.
What do you mean? What? Finish what you're saying.
Oh.
What do you mean?
Fuck.
The shark didn't think it was right?
The shark paused before
Yeah, it's
going.
It was
But-
suspicious.
Suspicious. Okay,
Yeah.
thank you.
Yeah.
That again, this looks really good.
Yeah.
I did
Oh wait,
not-
I can't get out the same place that she couldn't get out.
I did not see that coming of Susan getting eaten.
No, I did not either.
Yeah, neither did I.
Same.
So
By the
so
So,
very good twist in
Yeah.
the movie.
and he
Yep.
does this fucking stupid shark trick again.
Yep. And then we have Preach climbing up, bloodied,
Yep.
but not down.
Yes.
The true hero of the movie.
He is the true hero of the movie.
Superhero.
Totally unrelated, and I'm way past it now, but there was a really odd music about 20 minutes ago that was just some weird, like, slow techno funk when they were in a room flooding. Anyway, I missed the chance to point it out. Ugh.
Ryan, okay, while he's doing this, death scene from Exorcist.
Okay, so, like, a 10-year-old boy gets ripped apart by a pack of wolves, and they show most of it.
Oh,
Okay.
It's really
Shit.
disturbing.
Yeah, that sounds bad.
yeah.
that sounds
Why would
bad.
you put that in a movie?
Shoot her, preach.
Shoot her.
Shoot her.
There you go. This is for Scoggins. That's all about it. I do like this too.
You
Fucker.
Shoots him through the leg. Ah!
So this movie's like 90% leg wounds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Again, I'm just gonna hold my double E mouth shut for this scene.
Yeah, come on, Ryan. This totally works, right?
Dun, dun.
Dun, dun, dun. So my basic gripe here is there's no complete circuit here. There's no. It's just not complete. It's just one wire. That's not how things work. I thought he was gonna get fucking just meat grindered by the fence.
That would have been awesome, actually.
That would have killed him, though.
Yeah.
Wasn't this the basis for a MythBusters episode where they had the pressure discs set up?
Maybe that's how the shark dies in Jaws 3.
Okay.
So it might have been part of the influence for that episode, potentially.
And now every shark in like
Yeah.
a
Fin soup.
100-mile radius is going to be like,
Bum, 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 bum,
Yeah.
bum, bum, bum.
No.
Shark Orchestra just playing the Jaws
Bum,
theme
bum, bum.
as it swims toward the
A
chow.
hapless Tom Jane.
Yes.
Carter.
Hey,
hey.
because he's a chef, but also because the shark exploded.
Yes.
And also because sushi is delicious.
It is delicious.
Cha 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 cha.
If you've never tried
Delicious.
sushi, there is so much other than raw fish. You should give it a whirl. It doesn't have to have raw fish in it to be sushi.
But you should also try raw fish.
sushi,
But you should also try
sushi is Japanese for fish.
Yeah.
Well, all right, nigiri, all that stuff. You get the idea.
I like the wound that he actually has on his leg because you can see that it ripped his leg open.
Yes. Yes. But I don't know if that shark was a millennial about eating that ass.
Hey.
I like this too. Sitting on here.
This is a good
He's
pull.
he's still got his legs in the water.
Yeah. Are you sure just 3
Sharks.
Okay.
Yeah, all right.
Just,
Just-
He just slowly
Yeah,
pulls it
right.
Smart.
It's fucking smart.
Yeah.
Secret Force shark. Ah!
And then the Vega boat shows up. Because look, they're still like, hey! None of those people are concerned that the facility is exploding. Or that there's a
Or shark just
Hola, amigos, están perdidos. You guys lost?
Take me back to the ghetto.
Yeah.
And this is
then-
the song. They
Yep.
had a music video for this.
Yeah.
Sharks fan.
Sharks fin.
Oh
Okay.
shit, dog! This got me so pumped when I was younger. I was all about this shit.
Okay, between this one and the Diddy and Jimmy Page.
Jimmy Page one, the Diddy and the one from Godzilla,
Yeah.
the Roland Emmerich movie.
Yes.
I had that. Okay, another window into Ryan's early life. I called around to every fucking department store in the area looking for that soundtrack to that movie.
Really?
Hey, do you have this CD? Hey, do you have this CD? Hey, do you have this CD? Department store, yeah, just
Wow.
Sam Goody.
Okay.
FYE.
So
FYE.
Sam Good.
I actually ended up getting it from a Target, I think.
Target.
Target has
Ooh.
graphic shark
Shark
attacks.
That's
Rated
fair.
R.
Yeah, fair.
So that wraps up Deep Blue Sea.
Hoo-yah.
As always, before we go, we're going to do View Again, Brew Again, and whether we would watch this movie or drink this beer again. Ryan, let's start with you today.
Okay, let's do this thing. So I'm going to start with the view again. I would. It's a fun movie. I mean, there are bits that are interesting to watch. There's a lot going on. It's actually, now that I'm thinking of it, it's paced really well. There wasn't a lot of downtime in this movie. There's a little bit when they're like, all right, what the fuck do we do next? How do we get out of here? But it's pretty kind of full tilt
Yeah.
in this movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd watch this again. I would. And just, again, some of the deaths here are just like, what the fuck? That's awful. Especially with Stellan Skarsgård in the gurney.
Yeah.
That's just still
Well, his
haunting.
death is like a process.
Jesus. Yeah, no kidding.
Because he drowns to death after his oxygen runs out.
Yeah.
After his arm is bitten off.
After he's been dragged around by a fucking monster shark.
Right.
Yeah, the trifecta, right?
Yeah.
What a way to
Lord.
All right, what about the beers we had? The Walnut Stout and the Pilgrim's Folly?
All right. Pilgrim's Dole.
Dole, Folly, whatever.
I assume Dole. I don't know.
I see those out of the label. No, just like...
Want some more? Come on.
uh,
All right, do it up. The Pilgrim's Dole or whatever, I like that very much. I've had it before. It's got that good maltiness to it. It is very strong. It's just super pleasant. And so great job. What is it, New Holland? Is that what
Yes.
that is?
New Holland, yeah.
Super good. And then what we started with, that fucking walnut Belgian stout. Is that what that is?
Yep, Black Walnut, Belgian Imperial Stout.
From Raised Grain. I thought that was fantastic. I understand why that is an award-winning beer. I thought that was really, really good.
Yeah,
so thanks.
Belgian malt and cane sugar. So that's probably where the Belgian comes from, obviously.
Got it.
Yep.
So yeah, good work again, guys at Raised Grain. Thanks again, Steve, for bringing that out this way. That was fucking great.
All right, I'm gonna go next. I'll start with the beer. This Belgian the Belgian walnut stout, black walnut stout, that was really good. I'd forgotten that this beer was a Belgian stout, which I don't think I've ever had before. Which that's not a common flavor combination, and I was a little hesitant on it because some Belgians I'm very, very hit or miss on it. Some are just way too sweet, but I really enjoyed this one. Pilgrim's Dole, it's fine. I'll drink it if it's offered to me, but I'm not gonna seek it out. It's almost on the cusp of being too malty for my.
Oh, I love me some malt,
profile.
man.
Yeah, Ryan, of the three of us, you're definitely the biggest malt guy.
Yeah.
Lord.
And so going to the movie now, I think it's a good, just fun, put it on in the background when you're doing stuff,
Oh, shitty 90s cover. Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, now we're into it. I can see clearly now. But no, yeah, I mean, movie's fun. There's some really good acting from LL Cool J and Samuel Jackson with their portrayals. I think they're the highlights of the movie.
For sure.
But even Mike Rappaport and Thomas Jane do decent roles.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, this movie got some criticism.
animatronic sharks.
All right, yeah. This movie did get some criticism when it came out for having like the B-movie plots to it, but I think 20 years.
Hey, there were actually people with the name Scroggin in this movie.
Oh.
2 people right there.
Yeah.
But I think 20 years from the release, we kind of look upon it fondly. It's definitely more watchable than even the first Sharknado, which wasn't trying to be what we know the series to be.
That's a
now.
different kind of situation, but yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So, James.
Brew again. I really, really enjoyed the Walnut Stout. I thought that was one of the better ones we've had in a while. I'm not typically a big stout person, to be honest with you, so finding one that I liked like that is good. I think it's a lot of times you get stouts that are just kind of like trying to punch you in the face with their flavor, and this one's a lot more subtle as to what you're getting out of it, which I appreciate. Pilgrim's Dole, I like Barleywine, so I think I enjoy this as as an in-betweener.
Yeah.
Good. It was good to end on this one rather than good to end on the Pilgrims rather than start on it.
Yeah, I mean you can't. Yeah, I don't think you can get past that once you have it.
Frank Welker played parent. Okay. Wow. But go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, yeah.
I was looking at that. That just kind of took me back.
So I did not expect to like this movie as much as I did watching it again. I definitely enjoyed this movie, so I would watch it again. I wish that it was a little different, and that it was just deep Belushi instead.
Ah, damn it.
You didn't think you'd escape this movie without me saying that, did you?
Yeah. All right. Okay. So last but not least, Dujuan.
Hey, I get that a lot.
Whoever the fuck you are.
Right. For the brew, I do like the walnut stout. I've never really had stouts before until I met Ryan. And that's pretty good. It's pretty good.
Yeah, because what did I give you? I gave you, I think, the CEO stout, right?
Yeah, it was the CEO stout. It was like a coffee stout, and I like that. That was really great.
Yeah,
I like that,
James
by the
brought
way.
that one to us.
And the Pilgrim's Dole was just it's good, but it reminded me of this wine that I got that was like brewed with honey or something. It's just too sweet at the end. Like the
Okay.
finish is sweet. I taste honey at the end of it.
Yeah, I can get a little bit of that.
And then, like, would I watch the movie again? Yeah, I probably would, but it'd be something that I watch in the background, basically.
Sure, yeah.
Definitely. Like I'm on my cell phone and it's playing and it's killing time.
And you're looking up every now and again.
Looking up every now and then, especially the part when the LL Cool J is on screen.
Oh, right.
Okay,
Oh,
that's the point that I'm getting.
Those are
at.
always the highlights. It's like okay, yeah, we what is he up to? Like I want to see the movie where it's just him wandering around looking for the bird.
Yeah.
That would be great. I'll watch the whole movie.
Recording his
Give me a
cooking
movie
thoughts.
that close-up shots of him and doing recipes into the camera. Yeah, that's good. You know, just a couple weeks, lick his lips. You know, that's pretty.
Those would be
yeah.
great DVD extras for this movie.
Yes, I love all of that.
Well, Dujuan, thank you for coming on the program. We really appreciate you taking time to come out and hang out with us.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks,
you.
man.
That's great.
This was a long time in the making, actually. I don't remember when because, all right, so a little bit of background. Dujuan and I used to work together at a local theater in the area in Utica. We were some of the last projectionists that got to work with real film.
Yes.
Right?
That
Before
was
it
awesome.
became a thing of the past.
I remember film.
Yeah,
You
right.
just had to push a button.
Back
to
in my
start a
day.
movie. And back in the day, we had to do it splice by splice.
Yep, splice.
6 reels
Yep.
equals 2 hours.
Don't put them together in the wrong order like I did once.
That happened to me one time.
Yeah.
Oh no, I actually have a horrifying story. So one time I was working as a projectionist at AMC in Southfield, but at that time it was the Star Theaters.
Yep.
They had a double feature going on, or no, they had the theater was double booked, so they had Spirit, Stallion of the Cimarron, or something like that. That that kids movie, but they also played Saw 2
Oh
in
no.
the same theater. So,
Oh no.
Guess who threaded up Saw 2 when Spirit was supposed
Oh,
to play?
no.
That would be this guy right here. You know what, to be honest, I probably really triggered the nightmares of many little
I was going to say,
kids
Dujuan,
that day.
how many parents are sending you fucking therapy bills?
I'm telling you, I was like, I still remember that. I was like, how did I do that?
Dude.
Saw 2 opens with the guy like having to almost like cut out his eye to get the key before like the fly trap closes.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What is it? No, anyway, doesn't matter. But yeah, holy shit.
Just imagine that, you know.
Ugh.
Oh my god.
Like,
That's
That was still one of the better ones.
it's
that I've
all
seen.
your
Yeah.
fault.
I like
I
Spirit,
can laugh at
Mommy.
it now, but it's pretty terrible.
Yeah.
dang, man.
Dujuan, where can people find you? Like, do you want to plug Instagram or Twitter or anything like that? Or?
Yeah, actually, my Instagram is People Love Dujuan. It's not subtle, but it's like People LUV Dujuan, DUJUAN. People Love Dujuan. That's my Instagram, and I'm also on Facebook. Dujuan Bernard Johnson. That's DUJUAN. Bernard BERNARD Johnson. You know how to spell Johnson. If you don't, you're not. You shouldn't be listening to this podcast. You should be studying. Okay?
You should be hooking on some phonics.
Yep.
Yeah, definitely.
Yep.
So, if you don't mind me asking, Dujuan, what do you do outside of work? Like, I feel like you're pretty active in the creative scene with some singing and some
Well,
Broadway stuff.
Yeah, I was in a community theater production of Green Day's American Idiot.
Oh,
I
nice.
auditioned to be in it. I was part of the ensemble, and I got a couple solo parts,
That's
which
cool,
was
man.
great. I did that, and I used to be on this show called Switchplay TV, which was a sketch comedy show influenced by like In Living Color and Mad TV, a little bit of Saturday Night Live.
See, that surprises me because you're not very funny.
Ah,
I'm kidding.
no,
I'm kidding.
know.
I'm definitely kidding. I'm so kidding.
We'll all look away if you want to hit it.
Yeah. You all be characters.
Yeah, and I've actually written a few things since being part of the cast. I wrote a independent movie with a local author who had this book. It was called A Hoe Needs to Stay in a Hoe's Place, and then I ended up writing the sort of like the novelization for the not the novelization, but the actual movie for the book.
Huh.
And that ended up being on it. You can actually catch that on Amazon Prime. It's called Stay in Your Place. I wrote.
Well then,
Oh,
I have a
wow.
homework
Yeah, that's
assignment.
cool.
I do stuff.
Cool.
I do things.
I do things.
You know.
He's kind of a big deal.
That is many more things than anyone else on these couches have done.
Yeah.
I was driving to work a couple weeks ago and stopped just down the road in my subdivision because I actually found $5 in the street.
Oh, that is awesome.
Right?
Right?
So,
that's the most
just-
awesome thing you can do, right?
Yeah, let that sink in.
You're also wearing your headphones like a stalker from Running Man right now.
Yeah. What you doing?
Okay, let's with that let's wrap this episode.
Get back on the
up.
rails?
Yeah,
I don't know.
Try to. Thank you everyone for listening in and listening to us rattle on for the last almost 2 hours.
Almost 2
probably.
hours, yeah.
Yeah.
And as always, please rate and review us on iTunes or whatever. That really helps with more people finding our podcast and us making them listen to us talk about shitty movies. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, we're on Instagram, we're on YouTube. Check out us on GBBVpodcast.wordpress.com and on PodBean.com.
And Stitcher
and
now.
now
we are
Stitcher.
on Stitcher now.
Thank
and
you, Max.
Google Play, so just
You cannot escape us.
Yeah.
We're
We are coming
everywhere.
for you.
We are coming for you.
We can do this the easy way or the hard way.
So, and as always, please watch.
And drink.
Responsibly.
Good night.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.